Hello students, welcome to today's session. Today we are going to discuss about a spring mass system in oscillation topic. So spring mass system. What is the spring mass system? Here we consider a spring of a force constant K. There is a spring of its force constant K which is attached to a particular mass or anything. If you are applying some force on it, then which can undergo some displacement. So actually, in case here if you are attaching some mass here, we are applying the force in this side and just taking extension and we are releasing it. So then what happened? Actually, when we are applying the external force, the spring is in the state of extension. When you are releasing it, then again the spring is applying some force towards it. Yes, the spring is going to be compressed, and that force we are named as restoring force. What is that? Restoring force. What is exactly the restoring force? Restoring force is nothing but the force which required to bring the particle towards its main position. The force which required to bring the particle towards its main position, and that we are named as simply restoring force. Restoring force is nothing but force which required to bring the particle towards its mean position. Restoring force. Restoring force, nothing but the force which require to bring the particle to its mean position, that force we are named as simply restoring force. And another way how we can say that, for example, if you can consider a sponge, if you are applying some force, so then what happened? The shape of the sponge changes. The force which changes the shape or which changes its originality, that we are named as a deforming force. What is that? Deforming force. If you remove the deforming force, again the body comes to the same position. And that force means again the body is coming to the same position. There is some force is required. That force we are named as a restoring force. Which force? Restoring force. The force which can change the shape, that we are named as deforming. The force which bring it to its original position, that we are named as restoring force. So here in this condition, the restoring force is directly proportional to displacement in opposite direction. The restoring force is directly proportional to displacement in opposite direction. And then we can take F is equal to minus Kx. So this is named as Hooke's law. Which law? Hooke's law. Hooke's law is nothing but the restoring force directly proportional to displacement in opposite direction. The restoring force which is directly proportional to displacement in opposite direction. So that's we are named as simply Hooke's law. Now here we are getting a constant. That constant only we are named as force constant or spring constant. Force constant or spring constant. Force constant or spring constant. And this force constant which is having some properties which is depending on the stiffness of the spring. The K value is depends on stiffness of the spring. K value depends on stiffness of the spring. What is the meaning of stiffness? We know that if the spring is smooth, if the spring is smooth, then K value less. K value less. If the spring is hard or tough, if the spring is hard, then K value more. If we are using the springs in pen we are using the TikTok pens. So not TikTok, that pens. So there the spring value is very less. And where we are using the springs in our means in brake system and as well as in suspension system, especially in suspension system. Suspension means when we are traveling in a bike, you can observe there is a spring like arrangement in the side wheels, so suspension. And also in cars, and means we know that luxury vehicles are having more suspension and normal vehicles, ordinary vehicles are having less suspension. So that's why when you are crossing the speed breaker in the bus, if you are having the experience with the state transport buses, so backside you have to take this much because there is a less suspension. Suspension can protect us. So that kind of springs we are using hard springs. Means hard means nothing but tough, means more amount. So those K value is more, and these smooth springs are having K value less. So this is simply we can say that Hooke's law. And one more thing, this K is there now. This K is inversely proportional to length of the spring. Inversely proportional to length of the spring. Nothing but if you are applying the constant force, you can say that the K means K is inversely proportional to length of the spring. Inversely proportional to length of the spring. What is the meaning of that? If you are making the spring into two pieces, so length becomes half and the spring force becomes double. Force constant becomes double. If you are making three times, length becomes L by 3, and force constant becomes, yes. So that we will discuss again. And here the spring constant is inversely proportional to length. Let's see here the spring mass system. In case if we are considering on a horizontal surface, then how it will be acts. And what we have to find here, oscillations. You can keep oscillations of a spring mass system on horizontal plane. Means here we are going to calculate time period and as well as frequency of the oscillation. Time period and as well as frequency. So first of all, here I am considering a spring. And generally in these conditions we are considering the spring massless only, massless spring or negligible mass, and which is attached to a body of mass m, and which is in the natural position. What is the meaning of natural position? Means neither extended nor compressed. So this is we are taken as natural position where a displacement is equal to 0. Now what I am doing, by the application of some external force, this force we are named as deforming force. We are applying some deforming force and we are displacing the spring to a particular displacement x. Means this displacement is there and this displacement we are named as x displacement. Now this deforming force is released. So then the force which is trying to bring the particle towards its mean position, and this force only we are named as restoring force. See here, this is deforming force and this is restoring force. If you are not applying any deforming force, then there is no restoring force. And we are making up to here, means हमने यहाँ तक extend किया था, extend करने के बाद इसको हमने छोड़ा है, means just we leave that. So after leaving, that is coming again this position and comes to some compression also. Yes, you have to catch that point also. Not only extend, उसको एक्सटेंड करने के बाद आप रिलीज किया तो क्या हो जाएगा, फिर भी यहां तक आ जाएगा, और n means it is making the oscillations on the means उसका ये पोजीशन हम मीन पोजीशन बोल सकते हैं और ये पोजीशन हम क्या बोल सकते हैं, एक्सट्रीम पोजीशन। ये भी कौन सा पोजीशन, एक्सट्रीम। सो यहाँ तक कितना डिस्प्लेसमेंट हो जाएगा, x डिस्प्लेसमेंट। और यहाँ पे आने के बाद रिस्टोरिंग फोर्स क्या हो जाएगा, मींस स्प्रिंग यहाँ तक कंप्रेशन हो जाएगा और फिर भी मींस अगेन दैट इज ट्राई टू bring the particle towards its mean position. Mean position means finally what we can say that if you want to take, you can write the diagram also. Third case, the body is gets compressed, means up to here. So this displacement we can take x displacement again. Here what is the direction of the restoring force? This try to bring the particle towards its mean position. So that means finally what we can say that the restoring force is directly proportional to displacement in opposite direction. Then we can write here F equal to minus kx. And this body is having some mass and also which is taking the simple harmonic motion. That means it may having some acceleration. So mass into acceleration we are getting force. Then A is equal to, we can able to write minus k by m into x. Minus k by m into x. And now generally we know that acceleration in simple harmonic motion, the acceleration of the simple harmonic oscillator is directly proportional to displacement in opposite direction. Directly proportional to displacement in opposite direction. Then A is equal to what we can write, omega square x. Take it as equation 1 and it is equation 2. Just compare both equations. If you are compare 1 and 2. If you are comparing, A is equal to A, x is equal to x, k by m omega. That means omega square equal to k by m. Then omega is equal to under root k by m. Omega is equal to under root k by m. This is the value of angular velocity. What is that? Angular velocity, or another name is angular frequency. Angular velocity or angular frequency. And now just to see here, if you are writing time period 2 pi into 2 pi upon omega, that is equal to 2 pi into under root k by m, is that goes to under root m by k. Time period is directly proportional to 2 pi into under root m by k. That means here the time period of spring mass system, which is directly proportional to square root of mass. Means if you are changing the mass, then time period changes. Remember, if you are changing the mass, then time period changes. If you are changing the k value also, k is inversely proportional to, yes, inversely proportional to time period. So the means of that, here if you are changing the mass, then time period changes. If you are changing the spring, even though time period changes, the time period is depends upon, yes, both mass and the spring constant. I told you for smooth spring, what is the time period is more than a hard spring. Smooth spring time period is greater than or is more than hard spring. Smooth spring time period which is greater than time period of the hard spring. So means what is the meaning of that? Why smooth spring is having k value more, k value less actually, k value less, then time period more, and hard spring is having k value more, so that's why time period less. Very important point you have to remember. And by changing the value of k, time period also changes continuously. Okay, let's see here the oscillations of a spring mass system in vertical direction. Means nothing but up to now we are taking in horizontal. In case if you are making in vertical, what will happen? Let's see here. we consider a spring of a spring constant K. A spring of a spring constant K. So remember, I am not attached any mass right now, right? 1 minute. This is the actually spring only of a spring constant K. Now what we are doing, we are going to attach a mass. So when we are attaching the mass, then what happened to the spring? The spring can get extended due to its own weight. That is most important. This is only spring, general spring. We are attaching the mass. So that's why in the previous condition it is on horizontal surface. So that's why gravity does not plays any role. But here gravity plays some role. So that's why the mass is extending to the some height here, extending to the some point, and this is the actually extension. The extension due to its own weight that we are named as simply, this is mg if you are considering, mg if you are considering, and this is a spring constant, no change in that. So now what is the extension due to the spring constant? That we are taken, weight is directly proportional to x. If you are increasing the weight, then only the spring balance is going. Means if you observe the spring balance, which is spring balance, to weighing the weights now, so that time you can observe generally how they are connecting. It is the spring balance and they are arranging a small pin here, so which is showing 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 kg for example. Actually 0. If you are not attaching any mass, so then that is at 0, the pin. If we are attaching here it will be like this. So like this, spring balance. If we are attaching some mass of 1 kg, if you attached mass of 1 kg, then where this pin is showing? Yes, the pin will show at 1. Yes or no? Yes, of course. Means what is the meaning of that? If you are taking 1 kg mass and that is extended to here, that is depending on the spring balance. So here for example 1 centimeter, maybe the gap between 0 and 1. Means here 1 kg if you are increasing, then 1 meter of the length or 1 meter the spring is gets extended. If you are increasing 2 kg, then extension will comes to 2. If you are taking 5 kg, then where will comes to that spring pin? The pin will shows exactly at 5. Means what is the meaning of that here? The weight what we are going to attach, the mass which is directly proportional to the extension of the spring. So actually here if you are attaching 1 kg, this 1 kg means if it is extended by 1 centimeter, that 1 centimeter extension is due to the weight of 1 kg. Right now? Yes. If it is extended by 5 centimeters, what is the meaning of that? If it is extended by 5 centimeter, what is the meaning of that? Yes. So if it is extended by 5 centimeter, the meaning of that, the 5 centimeter extension is due to 5 kg of weight. 5 centimeter extension is 5 kg of weight, and you don't fix blindly for 1 kg 1 centimeter. I am just giving the value, and that is depending on the spring. So for high means if you can take observe for to measure the high values like 100 kg, 200 kg also we are using the spring balance, but their stiffness of the spring is different. Here the stiffness of the spring is different, right? For 1 kg spring balance also available, 2 kg spring balance, 10 10 kg spring balance, 100 kg spring balance, 200. So that is depending on the stiffness. So here what we can say that here this is the extension due to the own weight. Extension due to the own weight. Sometimes they may ask what is the extension due to the own weight? Extension due to the own weight. The extension due to the own weight, what you can able to write? X is equal to mg upon k. X equal to what you can able to write? Mg upon k. Means mg is nothing but weight upon spring constant. Weight upon spring constant. Mg, x equal to mg upon k. This is extension due to the own weight. Right? Just leave this. Now what I am doing, what I did here, so this is the actually extension due to the own weight. Yes, it is extension due to the own weight, x. Now what I did, I am applying some additional force of F here. How much force? F force. Which direction? Downward direction. How much force? F force I am applying, and then downwards I am pulling up to a displacement of y. So here what you can say that x extension is due to the weight of the weight of the body. X displacement is due to the weight of the body. Y displacement due to the applied force. Don't forget. X displacement due to the weight of the body. Y displacement due to the applied force. Now the total force acting on it. Now the total force means applied force plus weight of the body is equal to minus k into x plus y. Are you accepting it or not? Yes, you have to accept, because this x extension is due to the mg, x extension is due to mg, and y extension is due to f. If you are releasing F again, the body is moving up to here, and then the body is making oscillations about the mean position. Now this is the mean position. About this mean position, the particle is making the oscillations. Y displacement down and y displacement up. Y displacement down and y displacement up. Don't forget here x is going to be independent afterwards. And now see here, F plus mg is equal to minus kx minus ky. Minus kx minus ky. What is the value of minus kx equal to mg? So then F plus mg is equal to mg minus ky. So mg cancel, then finally F is equal to minus k into y. F is equal to minus k into y, and what you can able to write? F is equal to ma minus k into y. Means here the spring or the mass is making the oscillations about, this is the mean position. This will be the mean position, and the particle is making the oscillations up and down. This is one extreme position, and this is another extreme position here somewhere else. Again y displacement, extreme mean position. Extreme positions, acceleration maximum, velocity 0. Mean position, velocity maximum, acceleration 0, right? So now what we are writing here, again A is equal to minus k by m into y, and again A is equal to minus omega square into y. Because this is from this, and this is from simple harmonic motion. This is from simple harmonic motion equation. Minus omega square y, minus omega square y. Now compare both the expression. If we are comparing, what we are getting, omega square is equal to minus k by m. Actually no minus, only k by m. Then omega is equal to under root k by m. Then time period t is equal to 2 pi into under root k by m. Time period t equal to 2 pi into under root m by k. m by k. Yes. So whatever, now you can understand what is that. Even the spring mass system is horizontal plane or vertical plane. So time period is independent on extension. Time period is independent on extension. Time period is depends on mass and as well as spring constant. So this question one time in JEE advanced examination is asked a multi-answer type question. The time period of a oscillator is depending on following factors. Multi-answer questions. One is mass of the body, option A. The spring constant of the body, option B. Option C, extension of the spring and the restoring force. Extension of the spring and restoring force. It is actually multi-answer questions. So that time generally what we thought, how much we are giving the extension and that much time period which is taking, that much time is taking, because distance increases, then which is taking to time to come. Means option A you know that which is depending on mass. Option B you know that it is depending on k value. Why they are giving this question in the advanced examination? Because many students there is a chance to did the mistake of this. What is that? Time period depends on x. No, here time period is independent on x value. Time period is independent. Next, time period of the spring mass system in different cases. Different cases. Let's see what are the different cases. First one is a spring is attached to the mass on horizontal plane, means horizontal direction time period. So here time period of the 2 pi into under root m by k, no doubt. Next, second one, in vertical plane again t is equal to 2 pi into under root m by k, even in vertical plane. Here generally what we thought, we thinking in another way, but here also time period is 2 pi into under root m by k, here also. Next, fourth condition is this. Here also time period is 2 pi into under root m by k. Next, fifth case. If the spring mass system is placed in a fluid, so here also time period 2 pi into under root m by k. So these all cases, horizontal, vertical, inclined and connecting by a pulley and even in the inside of the liquid surface, the time period of the spring mass system 2 pi into under root m by k. And what about the frequency of all? Reciprocal of time period. Whenever they are asking frequency, you don't get confused and you don't do anything practicals and anything experiments. Generally think time period is the reciprocal of the frequency. Frequency is a reciprocal of time period. So then what we can able to write? 1 by 2 pi into under root k by m. 1 by 2 pi into under root k by m. So like that we can able to take for the different values.